Why is it that during winter it's not uncommon to have days with abnormally high temperature and summer-like weather, but in the summer it never drops to winter-like weather for a day? I live in the USA Midwest. Lots of incomplete answers here. Take a look at this graph of solar intensity versus latitude. As you can see, the summer pole receives about as much sunlight as the equator, actually, slightly more because of the 24-hour days in the Arctic Circle. On the other hand, there's a huge difference in energy provided to the equator versus the completely dark winter pole. As a result, there's a huge difference in temperature between the winter pole and the equator, and not so much between the summer pole and equator. But that just explains changes in temperature versus latitude, not changes over time. So let's think about weather systems. Storms are created by the north-south temperature gradient. As heat moves from equator to pole, a small amount of it is converted into kinetic energy. Heat flow causes motion, just like a very inefficient steam or gasoline engine. When the temperature difference is large, the engine runs faster and more efficiently, creating more kinetic energy, which is to say the storm winds blow stronger when the pole-equator temperature difference is large. So, in the wintertime, the difference in solar heating creates a much larger equator-pole temperature difference than in the summer. This creates much stronger wind patterns. So you've got stronger winds, blowing a bigger temperature gradient around across the surface of the Earth, so you see much bigger temperature shifts from day to day. Edited to add some examples. Here are views of temperatures and winds at the 500 MBAR level in Northern Hemisphere summer, last August 19, and Northern Hemisphere winter, yesterday. Colors indicate temperature contrast. Purple is colder, streaks indicate wind direction and speed. The summer equivalent to a warm winter day would be a cold night. Summer in many climates is quite humid. On a cool night, the temperature will often drop to the dew point or a little below, and dew will drop out of the air. A phase change from water vapor to liquid water entails removing a larger amount of energy than just changing the temperature, and so the temperature tends to stop dropping fast when it hits the dew point. If the temperature had been able to drop lower overnight, the next day wouldn't get nearly as warm and could be like a winter day. Deserts typically get colder at night than similarly warm humid places. Part of that is the lack of cloud cover, but part of it also the lack of this dew point clamping effect.